I thought retirement meant peace and quiet, until my HOA decided my garage was a threat. What started as a simple hobby turned into a neighborhood showdown with fines, viral footage, and one unforgettable act of defiance. This isn't just about collectibles. It's about standing up when the rules are used as weapons. I always thought retirement would be peaceful. After 41 years working as a mechanical engineer, I moved to Willow Creek Estates, Colorado, a charming cul-de-sac of white fences, tulip beds, and more wind chimes than a gift shop. My plan was simple: enjoy my days, maybe restore a few vintage radios, and finally sell off my lifelong collection of baseball cards and model trains. It wasn't a business, it was therapy. My garage became my little haven: a folding table, a label printer, and an ancient radio humming NPR while I packed up eBay orders. I sipped black coffee, hummed along to 60s hits, and rediscovered the joy of tinkering. But peace never lasts. It started with a knock. Not just any knock, that knock, the kind you hear in a courtroom drama, followed by the words, "We have a warrant." Instead, it was Paula Brennan, HOA Vice Chair, impeccable posture, clipboard, always at a 45-degree angle. She didn't bother to say hello. "This is a commercial facility now," she snapped, holding her phone like it was about to arrest me. "We've had complaints." I blinked. "What complaints?" "You're running a distribution center. There's traffic, packages. It's against HOA Policy Section 6(2), non-residential activity." I laughed. I thought she was joking. She was not. 3 days later, I received an official violation notice, taped to my front door: unauthorized business operation. $100 daily fines will begin in 72 hours, unless all commercial activity ceases immediately. I called the HOA president, Ron Whitaker, a nice enough man when you meet him, firm handshake, stale cologne. He listened, nodded, sighed, and did absolutely nothing. "Paula handles enforcement," he said. "Her decision stands." I reminded him that I wasn't running Amazon. I was just mailing off a few dusty transistor radios to nostalgic collectors. But Paula, it seemed, was untouchable. She'd find residents for mailbox paint, lawn heights, even for using plastic flower pots instead of ceramic. She didn't enforce rules. She enforced control. That night, I couldn't sleep. Was this really how my retirement would go, fighting over cardboard boxes and mailing labels? Was I going to be bullied out of my garage? Then I had an idea. 1 part petty, 2 parts genius, and exactly what the situation called for. They wanted to accuse me of running a commercial operation. Fine. Let's give them one. By morning, I had posted over 300 ads to Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Massive community giveaway. Vintage electronics, decor, collectibles, free for pickup. Sponsored by Willow Creek HOA. Then I hung a banner over my garage: community garage giveaway. Compliments of the HOA enforcement team. People showed up fast. First, a few curious neighbors. Then vans. Then minivans. Then a guy in a food truck offering free lemonade to folks waiting in line for dusty baseball mitts and lava lamps. Within hours, the street looked like a neighborhood yard sale on steroids. And then came Paula. In linen capris and rage, she stormed out, waving her phone, trying to shout over the crowd, "This is not authorized. This is a violation. This is chaos." Someone from Channel 9 News was already on site, interviewing a mother who had just scored a fully functional record player. A teenager walked off triumphantly with a neon open sign I'd bought for fun at a flea market. Paula shouted at them, and the reporter's camera turned her way. A perfectly timed meltdown captured live. "Miss Brennan," the reporter asked, "is this your community initiative?" I don't think I've ever seen someone's face turn 3 shades of red in 10 seconds. Ron Whitaker showed up that afternoon. He looked like he wanted to sink into the lawn. "Can we talk?" he asked, standing awkwardly at the edge of the driveway while someone rolled away with a vintage chair Paula once complimented at a barbecue. "I'm just clearing out my commercial inventory," I said calmly, Exactly as I was instructed. He handed me a typed letter signed, stamped, and legally meek. All violation notices are hereby retracted. The HOA apologizes for the misunderstanding. He offered me a seat on the Rules Committee. I declined. But the real twist wasn't the retraction. It was what came after. The crowd that came for the free stuff, they stayed. They lingered. They introduced themselves. Someone brought a speaker and played music. One woman offered to organize a potluck. Her daughter made handmade signs for future events. The following Saturday, we had our first official block party. No fines, no clipboards, no judgment. Just kids with sidewalk chalk and neighbors who'd never spoken before sharing lemonade and stories. Paula, to everyone's shock, showed up too. She brought cookies. To be clear, this wasn't redemption. Not right away. But something cracked that day. Maybe it was pride. Maybe it was the camera footage of her yelling at a kid holding a lava lamp. But over time, she softened. She stepped down from her enforcement role. 3 months later, she invited me to co-chair the community's garage sale planning committee. I accepted. Now, once a month, we host a rotating community swap. People bring what they don't need. Take what they do. No judgment, no power trips. And my garage still has boxes, still has radios, but it also has a folding table where Paula and I sit, sorting price tags and debating the merits of vinyl versus cassette. I never imagined retirement would pit me against a neighborhood tyrant, but I never imagined it would end with potlucks, new friends, and the tyrant baking oatmeal cookies for my birthday, either.